It's your day in tech history, and it's brought to you by our friends over at Carbonite, where you can get a 15-day free trial by going over to geekazine.com/carbon-free. Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. January 24th, 1925, a 2-minute-long motion picture of a solar eclipse was recorded by the United States Navy from the long, dirigible Los Angeles from an elevation of about 4,500 feet, 19 miles east of Long Island, New York. 1935, the first canned beer went on sale in Kruger's in Virginia by the American Can Company. 1948, IBM dedicated the Selective Sequence Electronic Calculator, also known as the Poppa, at the company's world headquarters in New York City. 1950, Percy LeBaron Spencer was issued a patent for the original microwave oven, which he described in his application as a method of treating foodstuffs. 1956, as a part of the consent decree resulting from the 1949 antitrust case, AT&T and Western Electric were restricted from expanding their business into any field outside the telecommunications industry, with notable exceptions of conducting research. 1964, IBM Data Processing Division introduced the IBM 7770 audio response unit, which makes data within a computer available over the telephone. 1968, Data Processing Division introduced the expanded programming support for the Operating System 360, or OS 360. It allowed the IBM 2311 disk storage drive and 2314 direct access storage facility to be shared up to 4 systems. 1978, the Soviet satellite Cosmos 954 burned up in Earth's atmosphere upon re-entry, scattering debris over Canada's Northwest Territories. A long one for 1984, Apple Computer released a 3.5 floppy disk. They also released the 300 baud and 1200 baud modems, starting at $300. Apple also released a modified C.ITO printer as the Apple Image Writer for $595. And then Apple had their stockholders meeting at Flint Center in California. Steve Jobs introduced the Lisa 2, featuring a 5 MHz Motorola MC68000 processor and more. LISA is an acronym for Local Integrated Software Architecture. The base price was $3,495. And, of course, they also introduced the Macintosh, featuring a 7.3 MHz 32-bit Z Motorola MC68000 processor, 128 kilobits of RAM, 64 kilobytes ROM, and a built-in 400 kilobit 3.5 floppy disk drive. The price would start at $2,495. Finally, in 1984, Microsoft released the Microsoft Basic and Microsoft Multi-Plan for the Apple Macintosh to coincide with Apple's launch for the Macintosh computer. 1985, Apple Computer settles a trademark infringement lawsuit with Management and Computer Services over the use of the word Mac for Macintosh computer-related products. And Space Shuttle Discovery was launched on its 5th mission of the shuttle program. 1986, the Voyager 2 space probe makes its closest approach to the previously unexplored planet Uranus. The spacecraft comes within 81,500 kilometers of the planet's atmosphere. 1990, Andrew Milner and Phil McKay released version 0.01 of Remote Access BBS software. The Muses A, or Haiten lunar orbiter, was launched by Japan's Institute of Space and Astronautical Sciences. And the United States Secret Service and New York State Police raid the homes of 3 members of the hacker group Masters of Deception, Acid Freak, Fiber Optic, and Scorpion in New York City. 1995, Macromedia completes the acquisition of AltSys, the developers of Freehand, a vector graphics editor. 1997, Apple Computer releases Mac 7.6. Microsoft releases version 5 of Visual Fox Pro for Windows, and NEC Home Electronics releases Boundary Gate, Daughter of the Kingdom, for the NEC PC in Japan. And in 1998, Remote Access BBS version 2.52 was released. It's the first version of the Remote Access 2.50 with revised copyright information based on the sale of Remote Access by Andrew Milner to Bruce Morse. Now this word from our friends over at Carbonite who want to help you pursue your passion. January is a month to reflect on what you did the previous year and also plan what you're going to do in the next. One thing you might want to put on that resolution list is to back up your data, and Carbonite is here to help with that. Founded in 2005, Carbonite backs up over 300 billion files to their secure servers, from photos of your newborn to important videos of the family and friends, not to mention those years of scanned documents you've been spending days digitizing. All of it gets stored in their secure cloud, so you're protected from fire, theft, and other acts, but also able to pull it down on your iPad to show those cute pictures to friends and family. Your data is secure and encrypted, and if you're a small business in the healthcare market, Carbonite can help since they are also HIPAA compliant. It's your life backed up for $59.95 a year, a small investment in important files. For more information, you got to check out geekazine.com/carbon free. That's geekazine.com/carbon free. Back up now, back up often, back up off-site with Carbonite. Now let's get back into your day in tech history. In 2000, at approximately 7 p.m., the United States National Security Agency experienced serious computer systems, leaving it unable to process intelligent data for 72 hours. Later in the week, the agency would reveal that although no significant intelligence information was lost, thousands of man-hours and $1.5 million were required to remedy the situation. Also in 2000, Compaq, Dell, Gateway, Hewlett-Packard, IBM, and other computer manufacturers began selling systems with Windows 2000 operating system. EMI of the UK and Warner Music of the US announced that they would merge to become the world's largest record company, with nearly a 25% global market share. And Sun Microsystems released the Solaris 8 operating system. 2001, AOL Time Warner announced that they would cut about 2,000 jobs in an effort to streamline operations. Japan's leading daily newspaper, the Nihon Kazai Shimbun, reports that Sega Corporation had admitted it would be discontinuing production of the Dreamcast video game system. Also in 2001, a misconfigured router leaves several Microsoft websites offline, and Novell released version 7.1 of the SUSE Linux operating system. 2006, the Walt Disney Company agrees to purchase Pixar Animation Studios in an all-cash deal, leaving Steve Jobs Disney's largest shareholder. 2007, in an entry on his blog, Rick Jelliffe revealed that Microsoft employees offered to pay him to make corrections to Wikipedia articles regarding Office Open XML. In response, Microsoft spokesperson would later defend the offer by explaining that the article had been heavily written by IBM employees in support of their rival open document format. 2009, Gary McKinnon, the hacker who broke into NASA to prove that there was knowledge of extraterrestrial beings, won the right to a judicial review of a prior decision to extradite him to the United States. If he would have lost, he could have faced up to 70 years in prison. And IBM lays off 2,800 employees in Canada and speculates additional cuts in the United States. And in 2014, Adobe released Photoshop Express 2.0 for Android, and Neiman Marcus revealed 1.1 million credit cards had been compromised by hackers. And that's your day in tech history. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.